What's going on, you guys? It's Perry the Entertainer back again for another video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing everything that happened on this night's episode of Monday Night Raw that took place on July 7th, 2014. But we can't do anything without my special guest here.
What's going on, guys? WrestlingJonin here back again with Perry the Entertainer reviewing Raw of June 9th of 2014
July
and
7th.
July 7th. Wow, I am off.
Off on the
Anyways,
day and the month.
yeah, but anyways, pretty good show. We're just gonna just go through what happened, and you can follow me on Twitter at TWJEN Entertainment, and we can get this thing started.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get it right this time before we start, though. The
All right.
WrestlingJonin.
Yes,
Bam! See, I told you it was only going to take me a week to get it.
you got it.
All right, we kicked Raw off tonight with Roman Reigns going out there. Ironic, not even Triple H or Stephanie or any of them of the Authority. And he went out there, cut a promo, which we all know he's not the best talker in WWE, so I'll give him a pass on that. But he went out there, talked about how he was going to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and how he's going to do anything it takes. And, basically he's separating himself from the Shield as an entity, and he's trying to, form one himself. You know what I mean? I think he's finding himself.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
I mean, he's not that good on the mic, but I can see him like processing himself, like on the mic and in the ring. He's finding his gimmick or whatever, and he's gonna do a hell of a lot better job than he's doing right now in the future.
But then Kane came out, and Roman Reigns probably gave some of the best lines of his career, talking about how, how Kane was Randy Orton's bitch and how he was Triple H's lapdog, and those were the only two insults he threw at Kane. Kane wanted none of it. He went to the ring. They started brawling all around the arena before security eventually, kept them away from each other. That didn't stop them. They both still went and back and attacked each other. Then agents started coming out like Finlay and Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury. And am I missing anybody else major that everybody was talking about?
I think that's it.
But they went out there. They were separating them and everything. Roman Reigns eventually, they were both, completely out of it. Roman Reigns held his hands up like he was done, and he speared Finlay to end the segment.
Yeah. Well,
what did you think?
I thought it was a good segment, but I really don't get why he had the spear of the agents like fit Finlay and all that kind of stuff. I know he didn't spear anybody else, just Finlay, but I really didn't get the point of that. I'd rather see him. Did he spear Kane? I don't remember. It was pretty.
No, not towards the end.
It was a pretty long show, but yeah, those two brawled, and it was a good segment, good fight too. I just do not get why he speared Finlay. That's all I don't get.
I think that they had that happen just so that the crowd would still get that moment of the night,
Yeah.
Because the spear is like the RKO now. Whenever you see it come out of nowhere, and when it happens, people react to it.
Yeah. I just saw the best tweet ever. I'm sorry, but it says from that Divas match earlier, it says 3 of the best Divas in WWE and Cameron.
From a Kane perspective, from a Kane's fan perspective, I actually liked the segment. I think it actually made Kane look like a threat to Roman Reigns, especially with the whole thing with Roman Reigns coming after the Authority who weren't there tonight. It made Kane look like a threat. It made him look dominant because he needed it, especially over the last few weeks, especially since probably, Extreme Rules?
Yeah.
He's been on the receiving end of a lot of embarrassment from Daniel Bryan, from John Cena, from Roman Reigns, from all of them. And I think tonight, well, not really tonight because he still kind of looked like a bitch at the end of the night, but to start off, that fight with Roman Reigns made that segment because Roman cannot talk. We all know Roman can't talk yet. I think he's still developing that, just like I've said in my numerous videos on here, on my account here, which you can still check out down there. Make sure, you go subscribe down there. I know I forgot to plug that at the beginning, but go ahead. But, in some of my past videos, I did say that Roman is starting to develop an in-ring skill, and I think that that's going to benefit him in the future, especially with, WWE having a lot of faith in Roman Reigns, maybe main eventing WrestleMania next year with a certain beast incarnate for the title. The same guy that ended the streak. With
Yeah,
this rumor going around that Roman and Brock are supposed to be fighting, he definitely needs to start getting his shit together now. Otherwise, when it does come April of 2015 and Roman is sitting in the main event with Brock Lesnar for the title, he's not going to look like a contender at all.
yeah. I mean, I can actually admit Brock Lesnar really does not have that great mic skills either. But yeah,
That's why
if he
Heyman's
wants,
there.
yeah, exactly. If he wants to be in a main event of WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, he's gonna have to develop his ring skills a tad bit more to get to Brock Lesnar's level. Because Brock Lesnar is probably one of the best performers in WWE today, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not.
I can agree
He,
with
they,
that.
they just don't use him enough. That's the problem.
Well, he signed a contract. He kind of signed a deal that he can stay off TV for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is practically I can. This is practically like a side job for Brock Lesnar. I guess I can say because
I guess.
he
Go
has
ahead.
to be doing something else other than wrestling if he's going to take this long time off and just come back on certain occasions.
True. I can completely agree with that.
Yeah,
All right. What else happened tonight? We had Dean Ambrose versus Randy Orton in probably one of the most boring, long,
sloppiest.
awkward, long. Did I mention long matches
Yes,
of the night?
and sloppy too. Don't forget
Oh, and
that.
sloppy. Oh man. You wouldn't expect it from a guy like Dean Ambrose who is being hyped up as this amazing wrestler, and I completely agree with him. But I think he was just paired up with the wrong person tonight. Maybe it was just an off night for Dean Ambrose.
I
He just
don't know.
looked bad. He just
He
looked
was
bad.
he was the Eva Marie of the match.
Arrest hold. Maybe that's a little too extreme. Saying someone's Eva Marie is basically discrediting everything that they've ever done for the company.
I'm sorry. I just meant for the match, not for his career.
That's a little better. But
I'm sorry, Dean. I'm so sorry. He's a great performer, but that was like an Eva Marie match right there.
arrest
I
hold
can
every
say.
45 seconds. We had Randy Orton winning with a
Oh,
surprise RKO that actually looked pretty nice. The ending actually looked better than the entire match itself.
yeah. Speaking of Eva Marie, that match she had on SmackDown was awful too.
I didn't
I'm
see
sorry.
SmackDown. I told you guys last week I was on vacation, so I didn't see any of SmackDown last week, so you
Yeah,
don't have to let me know.
yeah. I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with anything, but like AJ had to like lead the whole match. It was awful. All
It
right,
doesn't surprise
we
me.
can. Yeah, I know. We can continue now. I
Eva
was just
can't
putting that out
wrestle. We
there.
all know. We all know she can't.
Yeah, right. She could have went. She should have went like to NXT or something to develop her skills like JoJo is
Well, she
doing.
was in developmental, and I heard she actually was one of the best down in developmental. I don't know why she can't wrestle with people now. Her and I keep forgetting her name. The one on Total Divas. She was like
JoJo.
19. Yeah.
JoJo was talented though,
Apparently
but
she was. Apparently she was good
JoJo was good. She was
until she
actually on.
got hurt, and then that's when WWE just they cut the string, they cut the rope, if you want to. They
Yeah,
said screw it.
they sent her down to NXT in the developmental area again to get her developed more. She actually chose to do that, and she's doing well. And I actually think being used as one of Adam Rose's Rosebuds too.
That wouldn't surprise me too much, but
Nah, not at all.
I don't know what the hell's Eva's doing. But let's move. What were we? Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton.
Yeah, we got completely thrown off there.
I don't know how we got here, but
Okay,
I don't know if it was because Ambrose was paired up with the wrong guy or
I don't
if
know.
he was off. It was an off night, but
It was probably just an off night for Ambrose. He's usually
it
not
just
that
looked
bad.
sloppy.
He
I found
faced or
myself
he
looking
faced.
more. I found myself looking more at my on my Twitter feed at the PTE show. I looked too much at my Twitter feed to even realize what was going on in the match. In fact, I saw the ending of the match on when they showed the replay with the surprise RKO, and like I said earlier, that was probably better than the entire match itself, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
sad.
Yeah, nice plug by the way. But anyways,
I didn't think anyone
let's
noticed
see.
that.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess it was just an off night for Ambrose. I mean, he's usually not that bad, but let's just. I think. Oh yeah, he faced Orton on SmackDown too, and that match wasn't sloppy at all. I'm just gonna guess that it was an off night for both of the men.
Maybe a lot of editing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause SmackDown is taped, so
There's no chemistry in these two. I can tell that right now.
not at all.
But what else? Let's move on to Rusev and RVD.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Uh,
about this a little bit.
it was actually a pretty good, I guess we can say, squash match for Rusev. I mean, we all knew he was going to keep his mean streak going up until maybe he faces Swagger at Battleground if he accepts his challenge. But RVD put one hell of a matchup for Rusev. It was a good, continuous match, and Rusev picked up the win with the accolade, and that was it, really. I
I
mean,
I find myself struggling to give Rusev any credit in this match.
yeah, it was a okay match, but the fact that they put a guy like RVD up against him, that was just horrible.
I was talking during the match and during a lot of the night tonight to
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention either. I was looking through my Twitter feed at TWJENT, and during the match, I really wasn't paying attention to anything going on at Raw. And yes, I plugged it too.
I'm trying to think of a hashtag for that, but for some reason I can't come up with one.
For what?
For what we're doing right now.
We're having a plug out war.
Oh yeah. How many times can we mention our Twitter names in the video at the PTE show? But
I think so far we've done it twice each. So.
probably 3 times with what I just did. But no, I was looking at my Twitter feed, and I'm not gonna plug it now. Trust me.
All right.
I was looking at it, and I found myself talking to two people, and you know who you are because I'm sure you're gonna be watching this video. And we were talking about the state of like. I said something about how this was going to be Rusev's biggest challenge with
Yeah.
RVD, was a former ECW and WWE champion, and someone replied back to me and he said, "So that makes the last former IC champion being Biggie.
Yeah.
That makes him not a real challenger, not a real threat to Rusev." And that,
I
that
don't
was
get it.
interesting because it was interesting to me because I really didn't think about that at the time that I tweeted it. Because I thought, okay, RVD was he's the former WWE, former ECW, hell, they're not going to mention it, but former TNA champion,
Yeah.
former world champion coming down here. The only reason he's in the company now is to get guys over,
Right.
and he's fighting a guy who's struggling to get over because we all compare him to Rocky, Ivan Drago, I'm sorry, and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
there's not really any parallels. There's not really any necessarily, you know, guidelines as to what they're doing here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're going to use Swagger to put Rusev over too. I don't know. I mean, Swagger's been in the company for a good while now,
Do
and
you
this.
do you think I hate to interrupt your thought, but this
That's
is
all right,
what
man.
the entire point was about was how or do you think that Biggie Langston, RVD, or Jack Swagger will pose as the bigger threat to Rusev at this point?
Uh, I don't really know. I mean, like so far, he's been in matches with the likes of too many matches with Zack Ryder. Don't laugh at me here, but I was actually thinking that Zack Ryder would actually pick up a win once, but I guess not. So far, Big E couldn't get the job done, so I really can't say that he can pose a bigger threat right now to Rusev. So I guess I just have to go with Swagger right now. I mean, like you said, RVD is being used as a guy to get guys over, and there's really no one else at this point to stop Rusev. Maybe guys like John Cena, maybe guys like Roman Reigns, guys like that.
Well, it's funny you
Um,
mentioned Roman Reigns because they're main eventing SmackDown this week.
yeah, but we're not getting into that right now. So yeah, I guess I got to go with Swagger right now.
My answer to my own question is none of the above.
Right? What
I
I
don't
can't even
think.
talk
I
today.
think
Huh?
Rusev is just gonna fly through both of them or all three of them until he
Probably.
does face John Cena.
Yeah, because we all know John Cena will not put one guy over at all.
Because if the whole thing, the whole idea to get Rusev over as the next Umaga, they had
Yes.
Umaga fight John Cena at the Rumble of '07, bitch out. Well, not bitch out because it still was a high profile match. I think it's probably one of the best matches of Umaga's career was with Cena, which is ironic. But
Yeah. Now, rest in peace to Umaga.
you're going to use, parallels between these two. It
Yeah.
all culminated in a match with John Cena for the title to where Umaga suffered a loss. And as
Mm-hmm.
soon as Rusev loses to John Cena, his career is over. I'm
Just
saying
like
that now. He's going to go back down to developmental. He's going to be a jobber. He's going to be something. I don't know.
he's going to be the next Ryback.
Probably. He's probably be one of this. I don't know why have this international super heel. Get it? Not
Yeah.
superhero, super heel.
Super heel.
Come over from, well, it was Bulgaria. Then they switched it to Russia.
I really don't get that. I mean,
Switch,
it's
come
yeah,
in,
it's
be this dominant force,
and just lose to Cena and go to
beat
crap.
up guys like R-Truth,
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods. I don't know why the hell I was going to say Elijah Burke. Xavier Woods, R-Truth. You had Zack Ryder, like you mentioned, Sin Cara, Biggie Langston, like we were just talking about. In fact, I think we could make an entire video on that, which I do plan on making more videos than just reviews. Let me put that out there right now. We
Yeah,
do have
like what
more
I'm
videos
doing.
planned. What's
Like
up?
what I'm doing. I'm just making videos on like other superstars. Like I made one on Evan Bourne a couple of days ago. Like what he's doing, what he's going to be doing, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I've been doing.
That's true. That's good. That's really good. Start expanding your brand.
Right? Like, and especially like trying to promote the guy a little bit more, like like spreading the word about what he's doing now,
That's it all.
since he's not in WWE anymore, which I do not know why, but but yeah, you guys can go check that out at my channel. I'm sure PTE here will link it down in the description below and
I'll
all that
link it
kind of
right
stuff.
this time because I got it wrong last week.
Yeah, you guys gotta go check that out, and you guys will be surprised at what he's doing.
But with the Rusev thing, he's only going to go as far as WWE can until they have to put him against Cena.
Yeah,
Because
the
once he faces Cena, Cena's not going to put him over, and it's going to be over.
hmm
Now, I don't know what WWE is going to be planning with John Cena, especially with Brock Lesnar coming back.
we all know he's not going to be turned into a jobber.
Oh, that's guaranteed, but I don't know what the hell Cena's going to be doing. Maybe he's going to be feuding with the Authority after Roman Reigns is done. I don't know.
hmm
I don't know what WWE's planning there. Maybe they are planning on having the Cena Rusev thing for, a non title thing and then have Brock kind of hold the title, which I'm not going to understand considering have Brock win the title and then be
Not
gone
show up. Yeah.
for like 3-4 months without a champion
He's gonna be like The Rock, except The Rock appeared a little bit more
via
daily than Brock
satellite.
Lesnar will. Yeah, and it's gonna be another part timer thing where he's not gonna do anything until the pay-per-view.
But that's my question to you guys. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that Swagger, Cena, Big E, or RVD is the bigger threat, competition, whatever you want to call it, to Rusev at this point? We all think Cena. I'm sure we're all going to say Cena. So, but I still
hmm
want to hear what you guys have to say about the matter.
Yeah.
Throwing it over to you for what you want to talk about next.
Let's see here. There's not many things to talk about here. We can talk about Dolph Ziggler and Fandango.
Dolph Ziggler and Fandango.
Apparently, yeah, Fandango, however you want to pronounce the name. Apparently those two are feuding as of right now. Over Layla and Summer Rae, I guess, because
Ziggler fought Del Rio for the 200,000th time.
and lost for the 200,000th time. Like right here I'm on the WWE app. I do not want to be Michael Cole right now, but it says the headline of it says, "Is Fandango jealous of Dolph Ziggler?" So I'm guessing this will be a type of storyline for those two. Maybe Ziggler can beat Fandango at a pay per view and maybe win Layla or Summer over. I don't know
So
what they're gonna where they're gonna go with this.
what I don't understand about the match, and I saw the match, so you don't really have to check the app real quick.
It was a pretty good match though. I'll admit. Dolph
It was
Ziggler and
okay for the
Alberto Del Rio.
most part, but
Yeah.
if it was used to get this feud with Ziggler and Fandango over, it's not what you want to do. You don't want to have Ziggler lose so many matches because we've seen Ziggler lose so many matches before. He's been considered a jobber before. He's a jobber rejuvenated, if you want to call.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in a feud with a nobody. Let's be for real.
Yeah, Fandango hasn't really been.
Fandango I think
He hasn't been relevant.
the
He hasn't
reaction that he got tonight in Montreal when he
nothing.
got up on the table and he started dancing, which I don't understand why the hell Ziggler was distracted by a man dancing sexually on a table. We're
That's
talking
in great
Magic
questions.
Mike here, but that's beside the point.
Yeah,
You
and
have
if you
Fandango
you
get up
guys
there dancing on the table, distracting Ziggler enough for Del Rio to get the victory. But
you should
that
have saw
crowd reaction, what's up?
you should have saw JBL behind Fandango. He was like backing up out of his chair and everything, trying to get away from him.
I saw him grab the hat too.
Yeah, that was kind of non-manly, if you know what I mean.
But you had, when that happened, I think the crowd gave Fandango the biggest reaction he's had in, I think, 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. I thought it's
Easily.
only been
Or,
one.
I'm sorry, a year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been back since I mean he's been around since last March or February, I think.
Even when the whole Fandango craze and everything, that was taken off tonight too. Calling
And
himself
actually,
the
the last
Fonz
time,
of the WWE. Really?
yeah, the last time Fandango was actually relevant was back when he was supposed to face Bad News Barrett and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship last year at Payback, but he got replaced by Curtis Axel. He suffered concussion last year and he
Mm-hmm.
got taken out of the match. That's the last time he was actually relevant before all that
It's
happened.
it's sad
Yeah,
because
it's really
if
sad.
he did not get that concussion, he'd probably be a mid Carter rather than in this stupid love triangle, bold and beautiful, General Hospital, All My Children rip-off soap opera storyline that I'm sure Vince Russo had something to do
Hmm.
with this love rectangle because now Ziggler's involved for some reason. Why the hell Ziggler's involved, I don't know. Probably just to give
Because
Fandango something to do. You know, maybe to have Fandango actually freaking feud with somebody rather than have Summer and Layla every freaking other pay per view.
yeah,
It's stupid. I really don't get it. Have the thing
I
with
read
Summer and Layla and then let it go.
yeah,
Have
I
Layla
get
start making out with Fandango, whatever the hell you wanted to happen, and then let it go.
yeah, Summer Rae and Layla supposedly settled things at Money in the Bank. If you guys didn't see it, Layla beat her for Fandango's love, I guess, and I guess she didn't let it go, and she just came to Dolph Ziggler and kissed him and made him jealous, and now we're having some crappy love triangle feud that does not make any sense whatsoever. This is if this is the best they can do with Dolph Ziggler at this point, I really do not like what WWE is doing as of right now with anybody.
Here's what I think they should have done. And I don't know why, but for some reason I have a knack for writing better stuff than WWE has right now.
I think everybody can do that.
Oh, I'm sure, but I'm sure there are smarter minds out there than me. But for some, this is what I thought
Maybe
would be good or best for business. Haha, get it?
yeah.
Have the whole Summer Layla thing. Have Layla go over. Have Layla win Fandango's love, like you said. Let it go for a little while. Have Summers lay low on TV, and then bring the BFFs up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean by that, right? You've seen NXT.
No, I have not been watching it, but
The NXT
I watched
Women's
this past.
Champion, Charlotte Flair,
Yeah, what about her?
Sasha Banks and Summer Rae, have them come up be the next Lay Cool or something like that, and then
Yeah,
maybe, just maybe, turn Layla and Fandango face for something like that. You know, have them feud
I
again.
I actually did think about that. I was watching, I watched NXT on the WWE Network a while ago, and I saw Sasha Banks and Charlotte advertised or whatever, and they kind of reminded me of Michelle McCool and Layla being together, and they had a heel turn that night too, which was pretty interesting.
I think that would be beneficial. I think that would be what's quote unquote best for business.
Yeah, I mean, like I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I do not know what they're doing with Gabriel in NXT. I mean, he is a glorified main event superstar. He's talented, but they just don't use him right.
I gotta
And
be honest, I haven't seen NXT in like 2-3 weeks, so I don't know what the hell they're doing down there anyway.
well, they actually turned Gabriel heel on Sami Zayn.
Dude, I freaking love him though.
Who,
Sami
Gabriel or
Zayn's a
Zayn?
dude.
Oh
Sami
yeah,
Zayn they should have brought up tonight.
right. I mean, they could have brought him up a long time ago.
Hell, have him be the third member of the Shield. Keep the Shield going.
Yeah,
I'd be okay
they
with that.
it usually works how to bring him up. They usually like be champion first in NXT and then bring him up. Like let's say Big E was NXT champion, and then
Bo
right after he
Dallas.
lost, right after he lost it to Seth Rollins, he got brought up. Then Seth Rollins lost it to Bo Dallas, I think.
No,
And
Seth. No,
who did he lose it
Seth.
to?
I know that Biggie lost to Bo, and then Bo lost to Neville.
Yeah. So
I don't
that
remember who
means
Seth Rollins lost to. I think
Seth
Seth lost it. I
Rollins.
think Seth lost it to Big E.
Yeah, I got mixed up there. Big E lost to
Thanks.
Seth. Seth lost to Big E, and then Bo Dallas lost to Big E, and then it went from there. See, like Seth Rollins, right after he lost the title, he got brought up, and then right after Big E lost the title, he got brought up, and now Bo Dallas got brought up right after he lost the title to Neville. So I'm guessing Neville is next on the list to be brought up. I
I
think
think the
he's probably
Ascension, but
yeah, maybe them too. I don't know if Tyler Breeze is going to win the NXT championship, but if he doesn't, I can predict that the next guy after uh, Adrian Neville can be Sami Zayn.
we got to talk about Raw.
Yeah, we are being thrown off like horribly.
All right. We talked
Next,
about Ziggler and Del Rio. We know Del Rio's going to be challenging for the United States Championship tomorrow night on main event with
I do not
Sheamus.
know why. It's two foreign people fighting for a United States championship.
Oh, I had a problem with it when they were fighting for the 4th of July, fighting for an American championship, an Irishman and a Mexican.
Right? Why
That's a
couldn't they put
problem. People were
Dolph Ziggler
wondering
could
why I
have been
mentioned
in
that
it.
on the actual video of it on WWE their YouTube page. And they're like, "Oh, what's your problem? What's the problem with it?"
Yeah.
Two international superstars fighting for
An
our
American champion.
championship.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
But
I mean,
what else
all
we
right.
got? What else we got? We had
Let's see.
the Bret Hart thing. That's
Oh
you
yeah,
because
Bret
I didn't
Hart.
see it.
Okay. Let's see. Bret Hart was coming down to the ring, making a promo about what his history in Montreal or wherever they were, in that arena, and then another Bret Hart came out, but it wasn't the original Bret Hart. No, it was Damien SandHart. That's what he called himself. It was Damien
What?
Sand. He called himself Bret SandHart, and he came out dressed up in a fake mullet and or fake ponytail, whatever, in Bret Hart's ring gear. Um, Came down, uh, talking about like the embarrassments of Bret Hart's career, like how he got screwed and how he lost to Shawn Michaels and all that kind of stuff. And then he took it too far, and Bret Hart punched him in the face. And then Bret Hart left. Sheamus came out, and he faced Sandow, and of course Sandow lost to Sheamus, SandHart, whatever you want to call him.
So they brought Sandow up to make Sheamus look better again.
Yes.
But I actually kind of like with what they're doing with Sandow.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think it should have been someone other than Sandow
Right.
because the whole intellectual savior thing could have kept going.
Yeah.
But he got buried after Cena, and that's the main thing that people. and creative people around the world need to know is basically when you fight Cena, your career's over.
Yeah,
And I
I
hate
mean,
saying that because I think I think he's got talent, especially when he's serious.
oh yeah,
When serious Cena takes over, he delivers.
yeah. I mean, they're not gonna let guys like The Rock and Brock Lesnar lose to Cena since they're bigger than he is, surprisingly. But if
No,
it's a guy,
those are the only
if
guys that actually could beat Cena at this point. There's no
but
one
if it's
really in WWE besides maybe Roman Reigns that can beat him.
yeah, but if it's a guy like Sheamus, Damien Sandow, Ryback, and guys like that, and Chris Jericho, maybe, they wouldn't be. They'd be long gone after
Oh, we
that
got to talk
loss.
about him next too.
Yeah,
But
they'd be long gone. They'd be long gone after they lose to Cena. They'll be done.
I like the whole thing. I mean, I don't really like the entire idea of just using cheap heat, whether that be to dress as the rival sports team or make a
Yeah,
mockery out of somebody or,
but like
you know,
speaking of Sheamus, I have no idea where they're going with this U.S. title run. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever.
I think they might use it to turn him heel. I think that might be beneficial.
I don't know. I mean,
It's
Sheamus
been
has
rumored
been
for a long time. I think this could be where they actually act on it.
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't see it happening.
But shit, what were we talking
Okay.
about?
Moving on. We can
Yeah,
talk about
I didn't see a
we
whole lot of it, so I can't really analyze it.
we can talk about
Jericho and The
Chris Jericho and the
Miz.
Miz. Yeah. Team PTE against Team TWJ. Chris Jericho versus the Miz. It was actually probably the most entertaining match of the night. I guess I can say. Um, Back and forth match. Miz didn't want to get punched in the face because he has the whole movie star gimmick going on right now. And Chris Jericho kind of messed him up a little bit, punching him in the face, throwing him into turnbuckles and the steel posts and all that kind of stuff. And then end it with Chris Jericho hitting that quote unquote beautiful face of his and with a code breaker and picking up the win.
Miz is still that glorified jobber that everybody loves to hate, huh?
Yep,
He's still that guy.
I guess so.
I'll tell you
And
what.
oh oh oh
When
oh
this
oh.
gimmick takes over and he's fighting Cena at WrestleMania 31 and he beats Cena at WrestleMania 31 just like he did at 27, you're all gonna rethink it. You're all gonna start loving Miz again, and that's the bottom line because the PTE said so. No,
Okay,
I'm kidding.
you can keep dreaming on that.
No, the odds of that happening are slim to none. They're probably as much as the Cubs winning the World Series, but
Yeah,
that's beside the
hold
point.
on. I'm trying to find something here on my Twitter. I was about to say at PTE. Go follow him too.
You
At
know, oh yeah, you know,
TWJENT.
it's slimmer than the chances of the PTE show maybe hitting 1,000 followers in a week, huh? Let's do
We
it, guys.
we can make that happen. But yeah. What was I about to say? It's something about the Miz. Crap. Johnny Russo. Yeah, that wasn't really Johnny Russo who wrote that note. No,
I
it was
did.
actually PTE. PTE wrote that
I
note.
have the official stationery.
Yes, and I don't know if someone erased PTE's name or maybe the Miz erased PTE's name just
He
to make
better
them
not,
mad. But
jackass.
I thought you loved him.
Well, if he erased my name, well then he can go fuck himself, couldn't he? I mean, I
Yeah.
got the pen right here to prove it too. Come on now.
All right.
I got the
But
proof. I got the stationery right there too. Obviously, I wrote it. You
yeah,
know, Johnny Russo's my pen name. You guys, it's okay. I'm like
yeah.
Mark Twain.
We can go. We can go. We can say that. But anyways, leading up from that Jericho and Miz match, Bray Wyatt came out and, of course, cut one of the best promos in the industry on Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho stood up to him, saying his own catchphrase, "Will you please shut the hell up?" Then threatening to kick Bray Wyatt's butt. He walked out of the ring, was starting to make a feeling towards Bray Wyatt. Then the Wyatt family's intro went off. By the way, I have to talk to you about the little intro you have at the beginning of your videos at the end of this. Their thing went off, and what's their name? So Luke Harper and Eric Rowan came out, popped out of nowhere, of course, and Chris Jericho just stood there, trying to think if he should do it or not, and he decided not to.
So they're gonna drag the Jericho Wyatt thing out until probably Battleground, which I don't like. I gotta be honest, I don't like having Bray and Jericho fight at a minor pay per view instead of the major one. That I'm sure they could wait a little while to have Bray and Jericho fight.
I'd rather have them fight at like a Royal Rumble or something.
It's fine to have them fight at SummerSlam because that's supposed to be the summer WrestleMania and everything, and people are
Yeah.
supposed to be fighting to get on the card and everything. I say,
Yeah.
ignore the tag titles, and I hate saying that, but ignore the tag titles for now. Maybe give them another shot to like maybe Goldust and Cody Rhodes because I'm not gonna frickin' say his name. I am not.
It's Stardust.
I am
It's
not going to
Stardust.
acknowledge Cody Rhodes as Stardust.
It's
I will say right
Stardust.
now on this channel, I will not mention that man as Stardust.
You said his name.
No, I'm going to say his name. That's fine, but I'm not going to refer to him as Stardust.
Yeah, I understand.
He will be Cody Rhodes until I say he's not going to be Cody Rhodes anymore.
Yeah, I mean the red contacts like promotes the whole.
But have that. Have Cody and Goldust fight the Usos for the belts, and then have Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus Jericho and a partner of his choosing.
Yeah, like if CM Punk was in WWE still, they could have put those two together, Jericho and Punk.
That'd be
Team
fine.
Best in the World.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, Team Best in the World.
Hell, instead of wasting Ziggler's time with Fandango, have Jericho and Ziggler.
Yeah, White. Wait, I know a good name for those. Crap. I'll think about it until the end of the video. We can move on.
But what else? What else did we not talk about? I think
I know it. Show
What?
2J. They can name him Show 2J.
Z2J.
Show 2J. Show 2J. SHOW.
Oh, Show 2J.
Yeah.
All right, just be Jarazig.
Jarazig,
maybe. I don't know.
Since all Jericho's teams have been named Jera something.
Yeah, because that's kind of like the little pronoun to it, you know.
Yeah.
Or suffix. Sorry, I haven't been in school in a while, guys. Calm down.
Okay,
all right. What the hell else happened? We had the whole thing with the Wyatts happen, which was probably the highlight of the night.
Yeah.
We had.
Dactyls versus AJ Lee and Paige.
Yeah. I don't really want to talk about that, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. we just go ahead and say AJ and Paige somehow pulled off the win by teaming up against each other, and Funkadactyls broke up by getting in a cat fight. We can move on from there. But do you want to talk about the main event?
By the way, Paige, I'm just saying right now, your invitation to my house is still out there, so.
And same to you, AJ. You can come to my house anytime. I don't care about Phil.
I'll definitely DM you the directions and everything. I know it's quite a car ride from London out here, so I'll make it work. All right.
Norwich.
Trust me. Okay. So what? It's still England.
It's in England.
I know it's still a long car ride, so it's okay.
And forget CM Punk. AJ
I can make it
come
work.
to my house anytime.
I can make it work, but
okay,
no, you forgot to mention about your Funkadactyls. How they had the most awkward thing of the night.
That was kind of bad.
How they had one of the most awkward breakups in WWE history.
I know. I mean, I really have no words about it. It was so awkward.
Yeah, Naomi trying to pull Cameron's weave out of her head.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a real cat fight, I can say. Like it looked like a World Star fight.
World Star Hip Hop, yeah.
World Star.
I was seeing a lot of black on black crime tweets, so
man, I saw that tweet earlier.
I think we'll just leave that there.
I saw that. I saw a tweet
tandem with that. I don't think we're even in a tandem with that.
I saw a tweet earlier. It said 3 of the best divas in WWE and Cameron. I started laughing.
Three of the best female wrestlers in the company, and Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch
Okay.
was doing her nails and putting on lip gloss during the match and shit, and then when she gets tagged in, she gets rolled up by Paige.
No, she got hit by a page turner.
Oh, yeah, the Paige Turner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I mean,
I can tell you one thing: Paige cannot pull that move off worth a crap. I mean, it just looks awful.
well, it's not really meant to look like, an RKO where it looks beautiful every time.
I mean, yeah, it just looks like she's clotheslining someone's leg. That's all she's doing.
Well, it's not. It's supposed to like. I can see what it's doing. It's supposed to put pressure on the neck when you hit you hit the mat. The illusion creates that you're unconscious when you hit the ground.
Yeah, but like
I get
AJ has two reasonable finishers. Like she has the Shining Wizard and the Black Widow.
She uses the Black Widow. She's completely ignored the Shining Wizard now. With the gimmick change, she doesn't use that anymore.
Last time she used it,
she uses it as a signature move in her real just wrestling, but she doesn't use it as a finisher.
She faced Cameron once around the time where her and Cameron were feuding for the title, and she beat her with it on SmackDown. But anyways,
I just want to say this right now, Cameron. Don't let the door hit you when Mother Nature didn't split you, because you don't have anything down there. And I hope you get this video, and I hope you send your attorneys or whatever. But you ain't nothing, sweetheart.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm gonna make that my thing. You ain't nothing, sweetheart. You just witnessed the birth of a trademark here. But anyway,
we can Photoshop her face on a dude's body.
Oh, please no.
Okay,
I think you will save the human race if you don't do that.
It'd be a lot worse than how she is now.
But yeah, if we want to talk about the main event, we'll talk about that. We had John Cena versus Seth Rollins.
Well, you're gonna have to I'm gonna throw that to you because I didn't get to watch it.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about everything about what happened, but it was a pretty okay match to say I think it was definitely where it should be, main eventing Raw, because it's not really worth a pay-per-view quality unless, of course they put build up into it. Of course, if Cena was able to, work with everybody as well as he can with someone like John or like Punk or Daniel Bryan or someone like that.
Yeah.
But it was right where it was supposed to be, and it was okay to say the least. We saw a lot of innovative moves from John Cena. We saw this amazing sit-out powerbomb that he hit, and it surprised the hell out of me. It surprised the hell out of my entire...
powerbomb by Cena?
Yeah, sit-out powerbomb. It looked like Blue Tista.
I'm gonna actually admit this. Cena can pull off a pretty sick powerbomb.
It looked like Blue Tistas.
Yeah.
It did. But we had Super Cena grab Rollins by the leg, get him in the STF. Rollins is crawling, almost gets to the ropes. Of course, Cena's going to let go, pull him towards the center of the ring, lock it in again. All of a sudden, Kane's pyro goes off. Not really, it kind of botched. Then Kane starts walking down. Cena obviously is going to let go. He's going to, Rollins is going to tend to himself in the corner. Randy Orton attacks him from behind. We have a 2-on-1 beatdown until, obviously, we all know Roman Reigns is going to come out, save the day. He comes down, he runs down the ramp, Superman punch to Kane, hits another one to Randy Orton. Then we had Seth Rollins hit Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, too many R's in this match.
I know.
Rollins hits Reigns in the back of the head with the Money in the Bank contract. He acts like he's going to cash it in. We get a referee down here. Then we have Dean Ambrose come in. Ambrose and Rollins start fighting. They're fighting to the back and everything. Cena's getting up to his feet. Randy Orton looking like he's going to hit the RKO. We're going to have some actual build-up to this match. No, John Cena. Build-up for a John Cena match? Let's wipe that off the shoulder right now. We had Cena grab Orton. Hit him with an F5. That's funny.
Wow. Cena can execute an F5. How about that?
He hits an F5, I know that it's supposed to be like a parody of the F5, but come on. I didn't think it was going to get to the point where it was going to replace the actual F5. No, he hit him with an apple juice adjustment.
Apple juice?
I know somebody on here uses it, and 10 points to whoever can go in the comments and let me know where I got that from. Hit him with an apple juice adjustment. Kane gets in the ring, grabs Cena by the throat. All of a sudden, Roman Reigns, like the phoenix that he is, comes into the ring, spears the hell out of Kane. Oh, that's your dog, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought that
She
was
is
you
going-
laughing.
No, that's my dog.
I thought that was you laughing. That's why I was laughing harder. But we had Roman
That
Reigns
would've
come in. He speared Kane. Kane went down. And we had both of them trading, raising their arms up and everything, getting the crowd booing Cena, cheering Reigns to end the segment or to end the show. That was how they ended the show. What did you think?
About the match, yeah. Well, about the ending or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was typical of Cena and Roman Reigns. Mostly typical of Cena. They've done that with guys like Punk and Daniel Bryan, of course. And of course, Cena gets the bad
kinda
end of the
muffled.
reaction. Yeah, Cena kind of got the bad end of the reaction, and Roman didn't, and that was kind of the end of the show. I wasn't really surprised about it.
How I think they should have ended it, have Roman, hold Cena's hand up, clap for him and everything, let Cena have his moment, had him celebrate with the titles. Roman hits him with a Superman punch, maybe a spear, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get some, stirring the pot between Cena and Reigns and have them stop kissing each other's asses. Have Roman celebrate with the titles over John Cena. It's not necessarily a heel turn, but it's going to create some animosity going into the Fatal 4-Way match at Battleground.
Yeah.
I think that's what WWE should have done instead of plastering the Cena Reigns match, which we all know is going to happen sometime.
We still have a week after this, so maybe they can do that with Cena and Reigns next week.
I think it would have worked better, though, if they did it this week. Because then they have at least next week to set up Cena versus Reigns.
Yeah.
Instead of probably the 6-man tag that we're going to get. Dean Ambrose, John Cena, and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Randy Orton and Kane.
Yeah.
Which is probably the 6-man tag we're going to get next week on Raw. It'd be a lot cooler just to have, create the animosity between Cena and Reigns, and then maybe have, the animosity's already started between Kane and Randy Orton tonight. Maybe have them two fight next week.
Yeah.
Kind of keep it going fresh because you only have so many weeks to build up a Fatal 4-Way match. You can't have one every freaking week. And I think it would just be a lot better if they had my ending rather to what WWE gave us tonight.
Yeah. I mean, they just fed the WWE Universe a big bowl of crap tonight. It wasn't that great of a show. Not
really, but of course we're going to give you guys a 42-minute review anyway, like we did last week.
It's been 42 minutes again?
No, I don't know. I'm just assuming at this point.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be something if it's 42 minutes again.
Oh, if it is, it wouldn't surprise me.
You're right, because we got so drawn out of everything tonight.
We went from NXT and we were talking about everything
Total
in the
Divas,
free world.
Eva Marie, all that stuff.
Eva Marie. We talked about my Twitter at the PTE show. We talked about SmackDown
and mine at TWJENT.
Yeah, we talked about your Twitter too. Make sure you just join the PTE Express, man.
I need to come up with my own type of posse.
TWJ Posse?
That could be a good one. I just said I can come up with my own posse, but that's a good name. All right.
I have all sorts of ones. I just created the PTE Nation the other day, too.
Cool.
I got all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, since we're practically done reviewing the show, how would you rate the show out of 5 stars?
Out of 5?
Yeah, out of 5 stars.
I'd say a 2.75.
Oh, that I was gonna say something like 2.5 maybe.
I didn't care for it, but I didn't hate it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because there were some points that were worth me watching, and then there were stuff where I would just check my Twitter feed, and I'm not going to mention it because if I do, I'm going to win the username off, the Twitter off, at the PTE show. But I had to do it anyway.
Okay. But yeah, 2.5. I'm at 2.5, 2.5, and 2.75. Okay.
I'm going
Not
2.75. I was not a huge fan of the show,
yeah. I mean,
but it's tolerable.
yeah. It's not a bad rating, but it's
Like
not
if the
too good.
WWE Network put this show up on the network tomorrow, I'm definitely not going to be head over heels trying to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just like Money in the Bank, the only reason I'm watching it right now is because it's the only thing live right now.
Mhm.
And because I was watching the Monday Night War and I never got to change channel, so.
Mhm.
But I believe that's all we got for tonight. Would you like to say
Yeah.
anything before we head off?
No, you guys can go follow me again at TWJENT on Twitter, and that's practically it for us tonight.
You said no, but you plug your Twitter.
Mhm.
You can also go find him on YouTube. What's your YouTube name?
The Wrestling Jonin.
TheWrestlingJonin. We're going to have it correctly down in the About section down there. Also, you guys
Yeah.
go ahead and smack down that subscribe button down there. Help me on the road to 500. We can definitely get this again. And I think that'll do it for me too. I think I've mentioned my Twitter username too many times to count right now. So if you
Mhm.
missed it at all, it's the PTE show.
No, if you missed it at all, you're deaf. That's what you are.
Hey, don't hate on the deaf,
Yeah.
Hashtag don't hate on the deaf.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for us. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Follow us on all sorts of social media. Subscribe to us. And that'll do it for us for tonight. I'm sure we're all going to hook up again for some sort of wrestling video sometime this week. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, that should do it. Hell, we might actually make a SmackDown review this week. We don't know.
We should. We should.
Hey, if I'm ever in the mood to watch SmackDown, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's
But
worse than main event.
main event's actually tolerable now. Main event's an hour.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for us, though, on the PTE show. He's the Wrestling Jonin. We're out. Till next time. Peace.